Underdog Daily, live with the Badge Bros, Jon and Nez takes. Hopefully, you guys got caught up. Solver series over the weekend there. Also, No Strip Nez on Friday night there. So, some great content that is a little bit evergreen that is sitting there in the weeds if you guys have not found it yet. But yeah, we're hanging out. Black and Yellow Dog app, platform of the people, Underdog Fantasy here, where it is best ball week every damn week. Nez, we got some fun stuff coming down the pipeline this week, including a couple drops that I'll start the show with today.
Yeah, we got a sick little rake free contest in there right now, which is great. Which is great. We love rake free. People love the palms, $3.50 max. I mean, everybody wins, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. That is the first drop of the week here. That one is already up in the lobbies there. We also had the big eliminator that we talked about on Friday, but Friday was in fact a paywall show there. Yeah, Great Dane is up here. We drafted one of those last week, but most notably, this was today's drop. 50 max $3, as Nez alluded to, a rake free contest, 25K to first on that one. And if we check out Hope's Twitter, alongside the draft team here, that is the Great Dane, that is the big eliminator, that's the $1, that's the rake free today. And there are 4 more surprises that we are in store for the remainder of this week, Nez.
I love it. I love it. I think it says a lot, just to kind of put on the partnership hat here and toot the platform's horn. I think it says a lot that like their big, week is not necessarily like we'll give money away so you can play here. It's like, here's like more contests for you since you like playing here so much.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Love it. Couple other things there, Nez. If you guys are in this niche little bubble, this niche little corner of the internet where the true sickos of Underdog Fantasy reside, this probably does not pertain to you. But if you came here on a whim and you just happened to click because you saw Nez's beautiful face on a tile somewhere, this is the one I got to share with you guys here. Brand new stuff for new customers. All you got to do is play $5. You could play it in the form of a pick'em as well, and you instantly get 50 bonus dollars in your account. This one goes in tandem with the referral stuff too. So if you are a first time depositor and you get that match bonus using promo code Pete or something like that, then all of a sudden you can also get this after your first play. So a little bit of double bubble deposit bonusing there.
I don't even think you could mess this one up, man. I think like do you think your luck is so bad that you could play this and they just like, actually, dude, no. You lose.
I sure hope not. I sure hope not. Nez, we had some fun stuff over the weekend there. But most notably, it is Dinger Advancement Day. We had last Monday. I walked through my portfolio a little bit there. I was advancing 5 out of 22. I have not looked again since then. The only thing in which I have seen is in the Discord with the Andrew football stuff, where after going 0 for 104 last week, he carried on that stretch for 0 for 104 this week. So the highest advance rate player in the regular season went 0 for 4 on week 1 there. I put out a little bit of a Twitter poll. I think it's a really good conversation point here. I'm going to drop this in the chat for everybody there. But I did just put this out just as an exercise. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think he played bad? Do you think he ran bad? Do you think it's a combination of both? Do you think it's something other than that? Because I got some thoughts, and I'm not going to tease my truth serum. I did allude to what potentially my truth serum for this year's best ball contest alongside Pete's video. I did tease what it could have been in the Discord and on last Monday's show, but I got some thoughts on this.
Yeah, no, I think this is a great poll, and I think it's very interesting that, the way people are voting about this, and I think it's very interesting the way people think about best ball when everybody thinks that this space is solved and it's dead and there's no edge and we're all just like, picking the top ADP player and hoping we run good. Like, look at these results, man.
Yeah.
This is, I
very
mean,
interesting.
Because the way I, obviously like in a perfect world, there would be a lot more nuance to these answers, but like ultimately, if you're choosing run bad, what you're saying is you think that that's good process,
right?
Is because that those are like you're it's basically ranked choice here. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, how far into this conversation do you want to go? Because I think it's a very interesting question.
Maybe let's save it for like 0.5 seconds or save it for tomorrow because I still haven't checked my advance rates and I'm buzzing right now. I'm itching. I need to see if we're gonna have a dinger sweat for the third year in a row here or not. Like I really want to do that. And then I think it works off of that convo in a good way. But there are some stuff in the chat here. Easy said ran bad, played much worse. Yeah, Cullen said played bad, but had some run bad as well there. 90% played bad, 10% run bad. Yeah, man, this is
I mean, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is very interesting. It's very interesting. Yeah. Okay, Nez, moment of truth for your boy. I think you've already disclosed for the people how you found yourself.
Yeah. I have 4 total teams still kicking, man, across the Fro row, 2 dingers, and a 7th inning stretch hanging on for dear life.
Fuck yeah. You thought you were dead
I
at
did.
the start of last week there. And then some magic pulled forth for you this week. I'm gonna go ahead. Playoffs.
Advance rate.
Oh my bad. I clicked the wrong one. Advance rate. There we go. And we can just go search my boy up on one time, baby. I think we had 22, and we were 5 out of 22 on Monday's show. Let's see where we go here. Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh. Oh, it's Jover. It's Jover for your boy, man. Damn, that was tough. That was fucking tough to see in real time. Oh.
It's a bummer, bro. I'm sorry.
I mean, this is the fate I deserve for staking my claim to Michael Nelson Trout, Luis Robert Jr., and Corey Seager. Oh, man. This is perfect. Did you play bad or run bad? Fucking both, my friend. That was so good.
That's great.
So good. Oh, man. Oh, damn it. Oh, man. Those in the baseball chat already saw it. Okay. All right. Damn. I did not see it. So that was cruel. That's very unfortunate for your boy. I actually can't. How do you see like which ones were like closest? Because this is the total.
I don't know if he has like a live leaderboard per se.
Got it.
Maybe
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe like I don't know if any of these things are clickable. Is maybe like the advance rate bar, but username I think took you to total drafts. So yeah, I'm not sure if there's a live. I'm guessing there isn't because he wouldn't know your pod. Well, I guess he would.
No, he would. He would. Yeah.
Clearly.
Maybe it's the advance. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
advance
okay.
rate bar. Okay. Yeah. So one fell short by 4 points. 65, 33, 84. Nothing too crazy. Overall rank on a couple of them were pretty decent, and pod luck was unfortunate on 2 of them, but nothing crazy. So, yeah, just unfortunate run out for your boy there. Nez, let's take a look at the live bullets in which you have remaining here. These are your 2 here. Let's take a look. Oh, I guess you can't.
It doesn't take you to the team?
Took you to like your entire exposure.
Got it. I can pull it up if you want.
Yeah, please do. I'm doing Aiden a disservice right now by not properly knowing how to operate his site. Click on the pod. Okay. Go back to the pod. Click on the pod score. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you. There we go. All right, Nez. So
thank you, Pitch.
Yes, thank you. And then we click on your team. There we go. So you're going into battle with this squad right here. Looks like you got a little bit of a Milwaukee stack. No, just a one-off Willem Contreras. Cal Raleigh doing Cal Raleigh things.
A little bit of Seattle stack here.
Yeah, a little Seattle stack. And a little Red stack.
Yeah.
Got Matt Wallner through, baby. That's the low-owned leverage we need.
I mean, I thought Quinn Matthews was the low on leverage I needed.
You got Quinn Matthews on this team? Holy shit.
Don't ever say I don't know ball. That was literally just a flex.
Matthews. Holy shit. Incredible.
He turned shit around, John. He had a really bad start to his AAA. I mean, horrid. Mm-hmm. He's brought his ERA down to 3.88. Don't be surprised if you see him in the Dinger finals, man. Don't be surprised.
A little 2-start Quinn Matthews leverage in the Dinger finals. Love to see it, man. Yeah, Peralta, Gore, Gavin Williams, Framber, Michael King, who got some what we thought was good news, then unfortunate news. Nestor Cortez is going to be a 2-start guy for you because he starts today, so that's kind of fun. Quinn Matthews, and then you need Cal, you need Bryce Harper to keep doing his thing. Michael Harris was a huge piece who was bad basically all season and then has come to life in the last 2 weeks here. So one-off Michael Harris on this team did numbers for you. Yeah. Not bad.
I was way overweight Michael Harris and didn't have a lot of teams left of him survive, obviously, because he was so shitty in the regular season. But yeah, this is cool to see.
Awesome, bro. Yeah, happy for you to get at least 2 through here. We could take a look at the other one, see if we got any more Quinn Matthews shares on here. Isak, Jacob Wilson, and Roki are Dunzo on this one, but a little bit of overlap in the pitching staff. Big mad that you got a Brandon Pfaadt share through and I did not. That pains me. It looks like you got an accidental Houston stack with Correa now taking the place of Isak there.
Yeah, I wish Paredes was healthy, but that's a pretty cool rare accidental stack I walked into, especially when these guys are going as nice as they are. We love to see that. And Jacob Wilson should be off rehab assignment any day now.
Ooh.
Any day now, John.
Get a little Jacob Wilson and Brent Rooker low leverage there. Nobody's got him. Let's go. Fun stuff, man.
Yeah. No, I'm stoked. Like I can see, like I like both these teams that I have left. So that's cool to have 2 teams that I don't think are totally dead.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Well done there. Lots of stuff going on in the chat here. Pitch saying he's got 2 Acuna teams getting through. That's gotta feel good. That is good. Injuries marked as red on the site. That's awesome. Yeah, it pops in a big way there. 8 times as many teams as Nez for Chip. Holy shit. Wow. Unbelievable.
He played bad.
He played really bad.
You don't want how many teams? How many teams? 16 teams in the semis? You don't want 16 teams in the semis.
No,
that's bad.
That's
bad. You want 16 shots to get in the finals? Yikes. Couldn't be me.
Definitely couldn't be me. Got 2 through there. Got 2 for 2 here. Unbelievable. Well done. Yeah, sorry guys, just perusing the chat here. Walt Disney World. There we go. Eversietti rolling through. Back to business as usual out here, but big congrats on the engagement there, my friend. We shouted it out on Friday's show. Jack saying I dunked on his solo shot team and now it's advancing. That sounds exactly like me. That sounds exactly like me. Yeah, guys. Anyways, we could play around on sweating dingers all day long. I will drop that in the chat for everyone. And you guys can go check that out. Beautiful site. Shout out to Aiden. Go follow him on the X Machine at Pistonian Wings. Combination of Pistons and Red Wings and
Pistons.
Yeah,
Red Wings and Lions. It's a hilarious name.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Detroiters?
Yeah, I have bits and pieces of it for sure.
Like April in the D.
I don't remember April.
It's April in the D, and that's whenever Pistons and Tigers and Tigers and Red Wings all play at the same time.
Yeah, I got you.
It's great. Great show.
Yeah, I didn't mean to leave you hanging there. I was having a drink, but Yes, definitely a great show. Origins of like before I think you should leave era. Guys, I did not get a ton of baseball in this weekend, and I also did not look at the leaderboard, knowing that if things had advanced, I would then see my own advancement. Like I would see the dollar number. So I haven't looked at any results from the weekend there, but I did want to give our friend Lavalord a shout out here because saw this one on the X machine. One of the true hoopers, dog bowl participant last year, but WNBA king found his way back to the top of the leaderboards here over the weekend with a first and a third on the same slate there. So mad respect, congratulations, my friend. Back to back days. Apologies, but yeah, that was good. Nez, I can go ahead and bring up Friday's slate because I did 33 of those ones and I was in there. And we're going to shout out our friend Jay Baconator, true ball knower, former employee of a professional baseball club. I'm not sure we're supposed to say which or whatever. So he was always super tapped in. And you just needed to go to the, as I affectionately call it, the Jimmy Bowl here, where my buddy who's worked for both of these franchises there. So I call it the Jimmy Bowl. But Mets versus Mariners was a big one on a park that we don't normally go to for offense. And Sean Manaea looked like he was going in the right direction for a little bit there. Luis Castillo looked like he was coming back to life, and they both just got blown apart. And you needed Lindor and Raleigh and no part of Coors Field on that slate.
Yeah, I mean, you just needed the run back. You just had to play the game stack, and you would have succeeded. I mean, it's classic correlation principles for baseball. I mean, just play the run back and print money.
Damn straight, baby. The old run back off of the baseball slate. Love it, man. Another foreshadow to my my spicy truth serum takes there. Big Vitelli, JT McKenzie's up here as well. JT McKenzie's up here twice. Fake Miller time is up here, but shout out to this Miller time as well. The king of sports was almost the king of sports on that evening. Nez, anything else from the weekend, friends and family to shout out from Saturday or Sunday there?
Not that I can remember. No, I didn't have a very memorable battle royale weekend by any stretch of the imagination. So nope, don't think so.
All right. Sounds good. Let's pivot into today, man. 7 games on the main slate today. Those 340s, so 641s are cut off, and there is a doubleheader today with the Cubs and the Brewers there. So even though it looks like it should be on our slate, it's not on our slate because it is a doubleheader. So we got 7 games to deal with, and the talk of the town is going to be Coors Field featuring the Dodgers. So hopefully some people were able to sneak some Dodgers through in their pods there, because Dodgers could play up in a big way over the next couple days here.
Yeah, for sure. This slate, man, I don't know about you, but I kind of love this slate.
Okay. Tell me.
I mean, we have the most obvious Dodgers chalk of all time, which, cool. I'm gonna have my bits and pieces of that, but I just really like the games where you can, pivot off of and mix and match some pretty interesting stacks to kind of get off the Dodgers chalk, which is like overwhelming. I mean, Alex Call is going to be like 99% drafted today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Alex Call famously also a lefty killer, so there's that. But yes, definitely carries considerable pinch hit risk in a game in which could be close and will presumably be, at the base of the lineup there. Yeah, good shouts there. Interested to talk through which of those pivots you are most an enjoyer of. But yeah, just shouting out the slate here. We got Baltimore and the Red Sox there with an 8 total. That was the Dustin May Resurgence Tour, where he has shifted up his pitch mix since joining Boston, and one start was really good. The other start was bad. We got Spencer Strider going against the White Sox, the only environment that may have a little bit of weather there, but Spencer Strider, only a 2-pitch mix, and has been getting hit quite hard recently because the fastball velo is down considerably. So might want to go back to that one, might not. We'll talk through that. Royals and Rangers here, obviously a ballpark that plays up for runs, little bit of scattered showers, but should be fine there. The Brewers and Cubs are not on the slate, as we alluded to before. There's the first alluded to of the day, swear jar there. We got the Rockies with a really tough matchup against Yamamoto, who's been really good. We got Dodgers, who are stone cold chalk here, 11 total, and most of it by way of the Dodgers side, which you guys will see when we bring up the ballpark pal there. Angels and Reds, Brady Singer going in that one. Kind of like a mixed reviews here if we want to get to bats, but Michael Nelson and Zach Neto are going in the majority of drafts right now. And then we got Guardians versus D-backs, which is kind of like the one game on the slate that I'm just like, meh, I don't know what to do with it here. Gavin Williams was nice last 2 weeks ago, and then now he hasn't been as nice recently. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to do with that one. So maybe you could shed some light for me. Anything macro that you want to hit on here?
Yeah, I just love off the rip, man, the double bubble leverage that is in play today. I mean, our White Sox, John, our beloved White Sox against SP2, and I mean round 1 SP2 Spencer Strider today looks awesome. It looks so awesome. I really like them against righties. So I'm very excited to get to the White Sox today. And I've been doing it a good bit, mixing and matching the teams that I surround those White Sox with. And yeah, I feel pretty comfortable about
wow. That. Okay. We're attacking Strider today. Nez, you heard it here first. Love to see it. We'll talk through the ways in which you can. I am seeing a Colson Montgomery shout in the chat for all the pop in the world there. Some handedness advantage. Interested to see if the ballpark pal is agreeing with you here in half a second. The last game I fucked up in leaving there is San Diego coming off of losing 3, getting swept by the Dodgers there in a very important series. I saw a lot of people asking why Dodgers and Padres wasn't flexed to ESPN Sunday night. And I think people answered their own questions if they watched the Sunday night game last night. It's Little League World Series like weekend where they play at the Little League ballpark, etc. So the Mariners and Mets were like fixated into that, and they weren't going to flex a game for the sake of flexing a game just because it had divisional implications this early when it was Little League, sell job weekend. Hence all the bats, hence all the stuff that they did over the weekend there. Some cool bats out there. Not sure. I'm a little bit of a purist and traditionalist. Nez, not sure I'd ever want to see those bats full time used in games from here on out, like pink and yellow and all these bats. Like I like the look of a nice ash bat.
I want to know that you're swinging wood. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I don't need no fancy ass Savannah banana ass bat. No. Come on.
Savannah banana ass bat is perfect there. But yeah, last little note on Padres and Giants there. Obviously, Marine Layer, not a great place for hitting, yada yada, but that's reflected in this 7.5 here. But Padres have been very, 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 very good against left-handed pitching in recent memory, and it has a lot to do with the acquisitions that they made at the deadline, in particular, Ramon Laureano, who's homered in 3 of the last 4 there. So maybe a sneak peek at one of my favorite scrolly F downs on the slate there. Nez, looking at the totals here, as you guys can see, Dodgers in the S words are popping off the chart with that 7-18. Rockies, nothing crazy on the other side, given that it's Coors Field, and speaks volumes about the Yamamoto / bullpen that the Dodgers have matchup there, that it's only a 4-18 at home there. And then, Reds I was kind of surprised by. Guardians I was kind of surprised by here, seeing some 4s up there. But your White Sox, as you were alluding to, Nez, at a 4.84. So outside of Dodgers screaming chalk, there's definitely some avenues here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just by looking at run totals, but it just like checks out, is Royals against Jack Leiter. I really like the Royals right now with the addition of Yastrzemski doing like a Witt, Yastrzemski, Vinny P stack. I think is extremely fun and potentially very profitable. So that's a fun way to do it. Both, Yastrzemski and Vinny P, really easy to draft, not very highly drafted.
Yeah, evergreen reminder that Yastrzemski, since changing teams and doing the leadoff thing, has been carrying some pinch hit risk. I think they've hit for him in every game so far, but if he still gets 3 ABs in, you're not like overly concerned about that, especially if they blow the doors off them and just go ahead and leave him in there. But he has been carrying a little bit more pinch hit risk than the Giants era.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else to say? Macro run totals there, Nez, or do we push forward?
I guess. I don't know anything about this pitcher the Angels are using. Is it an opener?
I just see TBD.
I see Victor.
Oh,
Medeiros.
now I see Victor Medeiros. Yeah, now I see Victor Medeiros. I don't know. Let's do a little research here. Victor Medeiros, when I filter by hard hit rate on the slate, he has the highest percentage of any pitcher. So there's that. Let's take a look here.
Wow.
Sinker, slider, change
hard last year too.
Primarily a 2-pitch guy. He has only started 1 game this season. He's only appeared in 3. He's only appeared in 10 big league games in his career. He looks like September figure it out at the big league level call up guy.
Sorry about my dog.
You good? Yeah. It does look a little openery-ish for sure. Like it doesn't look like full stretched out expecting depth in this one.
Which ain't no problem because the Angels bullpen is trash. So, okay, I was not woke to the Reds and now I am.
Yeah, that was a good shout there to look into. He was a starter in the minors here, though. He started all 19 of his appearances. So, theoretically speaking, he is like stretched out to pitch.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we just haven't seen
I kind of prefer that.
We just haven't seen length from him just yet. So yeah, good shout on there. Yeah, that does add up with that Reds total then. Yeah.
Yeah, I was curious about that.
Yeah, this San Diego total is also really impressive compared to the way in which we talked about them and the way in which they looked elsewhere. So that's a little bit evergreen with Ballpark Pal that the S-words seem to favor San Diego in a decent way. But Manny Machado is really good against righties and has really good career numbers against Robbie Ray. I think he's homered off him 3 times or something like that. So I'd be really interested in playing, some Padres righties here, doing Manny, Tatis, Ramon, some stuff like that.
Oh yeah. I've dabbled with that trio a few times. Yeah,
the other one
feels good. I mean, especially with Robbie Ray, current recent form, looking way more human than he did early in the season. So, if you want to make sense of that or think that that's a trend, well, first off, last time he faced the Padres, looks like he went 113 pitches.
Wow.
Gave up 4 runs. So can't believe they did that. He has 4 straight games of over 100 pitches. And isn't this his first
season
back in a few years? So he could very much be, just fatigued. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good shout there. I mean, overall season numbers look good. Strikeout rate looks good. A lot of that can be attributed to the home park, but this isn't a park that you're scared of playing him in traditionally. So there's probably some good leverage here. And he's SP 4 or 5 when I was looking this morning. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really taking him much.
Cool. Dude, let's talk about this Fenway game because normally I like to go hunting for home runs at Fenway in general. Not as warm as we'd like it to be there. It's only 66 degrees, but we do like playing Red Sox righties, especially with the monster when they do face a lefty. That being said, for all the praise that this show and every other show has given Kyle Stowers, it was still a bad trade by Baltimore, but Rogers has been like pretty good, man. Rogers has been
he's fucking awesome.
Yeah, Rogers has been like, he's been kind of like a punching bag in that like transaction and being like, why did they do this? But like he's 5-2 with an ERA south of 2, and he's like over a strikeout per inning. So I don't know. Do you want to play some Trevor Rogers today? He's not getting drafted a ton. Like, just thoughts there.
I'm down to play Trevor Rogers just because he's. I am. Go ahead.
Sorry, I misspoke. I thought he was SP7. He's SP4 now.
He is getting drafted. He is getting drafted. It's hard for me to not like the hard hit percentage is up, but like the ground ball percentage is elite. The ice, like all the results for Trevor Rogers have been what you want, and especially with the ground ball rate and pretty low fly ball rates. I mean, he's made quite a few appearances so far this season, only given up 3 earned runs once. Everything else has been a 0, 1, or 2. I don't know, man. I'm kind of a believer here, but he doesn't necessarily strike me as somebody that has right-handers numbers. Like we have seen quite a bit from some of like the best lefties this season have just like been really good against righties. So like, yeah, I'm kind of at a crossroads. I've taken him sometimes, but like given the Giants' current form and playing in San Diego, would you rather have Cortez or Trevor Rogers today?
I think I'm leaning nasty Nestor there.
Yeah, like cost adjusted.
Yeah, I think
ownership.
So. Yeah. I mean, he's probably going to get a little bit of a steam job. I don't know, pending how Cardi has him ranked, but I think he's probably going to get a little bit of a steam job as the day goes on. Once people look at these totals, they remember how hard it is to homer in that park. They remember that Rafi Devers is left-handed, and that's kind of like the only big power threat you have to worry about outside of, Ramos and I guess Adames and Chapman. But Chapman and Adames have been scuffling a bit. So, yeah, man, when you present it like that, I think it's Nestor today.
I know. The only thing that kind of gives me pause is like, is he still on a pitch? Like, I feel like he's on a pitch count.
Yeah, probably like soft cap 80 or something since coming back. Although one of his rehab starts, he did get full.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting that he didn't. I mean, I don't know the context of this game when he faced the Giants, but he only went 80 and he was kind of cruising, 1 earned run, 6 Ks, 4 2/3. But he might have been in a jam. I'm just looking at like a very simple game log.
Sure.
Yeah, I bet if he's cruising, like I think he can get to a quality start and win. I don't think there's any worry about that. And he's kind of an efficient guy too. I'm not necessarily looking at Nestor to rack up a ton of. He's not Dylan Cease, obviously, right? He's not going to like rack up a huge pitch count if things are going well for him while like leaving early, even though he has 10 Ks.
Good shout, man. I'm just looking some stuff up here right now. Nestor Cortez is he's not even an arbitration or tenured guy next year. He's 31. He's a free agent. They traded for him at the deadline. They just lost 3 in a row to the team in which they were trying to stay above of and battle the division with here. Dude, I think they just let him run. They just go, hey, you were stretched out full in your rehab assignments before we traded for you. Then, your first start with us, you only go 80 or whatever. Maybe it was something situational. I think they need some length today. They need a win from him. They don't really care to, run him into the ground a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's the case.
The one counter to it is we can look at the Padres bullpen and see how worked they were over the weekend. But like the Padres 1-0-1 path to winning a ball game these days is getting your starter out after 5 and just turning it over to the bullpen for bang, 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 right?
That's a very, very good point.
So that I could see it both ways here, but if things are going right for him, I don't think they'll just take him out for the sake of a pitch count dilemma would be like the short answer.
Okay. Yeah. Which is really what we were concerned about.
Yeah. Nez, let's go ahead and rank out those starting pitchers unless you have anything else to say about stacks or individual spots here. I guess one more that I could say, sorry to ask you a question, then cut you off, but one more I could say would be Royals. Michael Wacha has been a little reverse splitsy. So like some of those righties could look okay for the Rangers. Ballpark upgrade for run scoring for the Rangers. Not necessarily for home runs, though their ballpark hasn't been great this year. Yeah.
Interesting. I was not thinking about the Rangers today very much, even though I do see Mr. Park Pal has them at 5 runs. It just wasn't something that I had gotten to. And I still don't think I will, but it is interesting nonetheless.
Yeah. Okay, let's jump over here. Let's talk about the SPs on the slate here. Nez, you talked about getting that double bubble leverage off of Spencer Strider and not buying into him being the Strider of old. As I noted, fastball is like 2 miles per hour down there. He's basically only a 2-pitch guy. Now it's fastball, it's slider. I can actually put some numbers to it. It is 54% fastball, 36% slider, 6% changeup. So he is just not mixing in the changeup this year. And when you lose, mile per hour on the fastball and you get that separation and you're not blowing guys away with the fastball and your separation between the fastball and the slider isn't as great, it's reflected in him getting hit harder this year.
That's a great deep dive. That's why people pay us the big bucks, John, right there.
That's why this show is free, baby. That's why. Yeah, so you like the idea of attacking him opposed to getting to him on this slate. Does that mean you want to play some pay up pitching at Coors there with Yamamoto? Does that mean you want to wait on pitcher and play, we talked about Nestor there, we talked about the pitch mix change for Dustin May. Where are your eyes going just in general?
I'm kind of just like pushing pitcher, Okay. Brady Singer, I guess, is like sort of interesting against the Angels, but like I'm not doing that. Sure. Just given the right on right matchup was really the only thing I was thinking there, considering Singer has pretty good results against righties, but I'm one second, my dog's about to
big deal, baby. Get your Mr. Good Boys in the chat there. Yeah, I'll carry on the thought there for you. There's a lot of volatility in this Angels lineup in terms of strikeout rate, and they can fare so well for an opposing pitcher because they strike out a shitload. Specifically, right-handed pitchers, they strike out a shitload. But the counter to it is they have a ton of power, and they have a decent ballpark to realize some of that power. We also have seen Luis Rengifo come back to life in a big way there. Michael Nelson Trout, I believe he continues to chase 400 there. I think he's 1 homer away from 400, unless I missed it over the weekend. It's a very like, I don't know how you frame it, like polarizing, like Dylan Cease-esque decision making here, where it's boom bust, right? Oh, got to keep going. That's giving me the. He's giving me the.
I don't want a bad experience, and this motherfucker just needs to chill until he realizes that we have people here that are not trying to kill us.
He's keeping the boys safe, baby. He's keeping Mello safe. The 35-pound attack dog. So good. Okay, I'll go ahead and rank it out here, and then we'll just juxtapose it to Cardi. I think Strider playing it when he falls in rooms is okay, but I'm not in love with it. I do think prioritizing Yamamoto was kind of nice today. He did have a very good start against Colorado in Colorado earlier this season. And then it was a rained, shortened start, so it could have looked even better than it did. So I just think the quality start and win equity and strikeout potential is super nice in this matchup for Yamamoto. I do think he is my SP1 on the slate, but I think I would rather play Dodgers bats. I think if there's a way to play Yamamoto, it's to play Yamamoto alongside like some of the good upper echelon projecting bats, like a Ronald Acuna or something like that, and then tack on some lesser Dodgers later in the draft. Put like Andy Pages with him, put Alex Call with him, stuff like that. Some of those guys who, Call in particular carries a bit of pinch hit risk, but yeah, I don't mind that. We had the Rogers and Singer conversations. I think they're fine, in here, but they're not separating from the field. I really agree with Nez about pushing pitcher. And then when you come to this tier of like the Strider, Singer, and Rogers, I do think I still would take Strider ahead, but I'm just not playing him at ADP or relative to price point. I'm willing to take my chances that my ball knowing knowledge is better and my eye test is better than what Spencer Strider has been in recent memory. I'm okay if you want to bet on Robbie Ray bounce back. The problem is San Diego does not strike out. Like they just do not strike out, and they do not strike out against left-handed pitching in a big way. So I would rather play the San Diego Bats than play Robbie Ray. So we are really left with this really murky tier of 4 that are kind of high variant in terms of like they can get strikeouts for you if things break right, but they're also kind of just all in bad spots on paper in my estimation, which is leaving me to leave Yamamoto as SP1. And then I kind of want to mix and match these back options here with Nestor, Dustin May. We've seen it both ways since his pitch mix change. We saw that KC start not go right, and then we saw the slate that JT McKenzie won, where he goes nuke at Houston there with the strikeouts. I'm willing to bet on that opportunity again there for him. But yeah, this is kind of where I'm at with it, where it's like it's really murky, like 1 through 8. I'm not going to play Waka or Leiter. I know they've both been better in recent memory. Leiter in particular has been better in recent memory than the start of the season. But I just don't think we have to get there. I would rather play the Bats, I think. Like they're just low ceiling arms.
Yeah. I mean, you really did a good job with that summary. I think I am like looking a little more toward Dustin May right now. Just given Baltimore's current form, I think he probably makes sense. If you want to kind of compare Baltimore to Houston, like definitely thought May was in much more trouble against Houston. So he's an option to mix and match. I think ultimately I kind of want to be flat at SP today. And then, you mentioned Yamamoto. Yamamoto definitely feels really nice for like win equity. Quality start up in the air, but that win equity probably keeps the runs at bay. He's just a really safe option, but given the Dodgers are in Denver today, wouldn't you rather like take 2 Dodgers than take 1 Yamamoto?
Probably. Yes. I think that's where I'm at. And that's the decision you're effectively making every draft, is deciding, do I punt pitcher here because I'm in favor of like Betts plus Will Smith or Teo plus Freeman or whatever it is there. I mean, let's be real here with the Dodgers, though. They were scuffling in a big way before the Padres series. And I know they swept the weekend, but over the course of the weekend, like they only scored 15 runs in 3 games. Now, granted, is that a good number against your division rival who's winning the division right now? Probably, especially given their bullpen. So maybe that is a sign of resurgence in life for this Dodgers lineup. But Dodgers lineup was scuffling in a big way prior to this. So there is that like, hey, just because they won a set over the weekend, are we ready to declare the Dodgers are fucking back? Like Freddie Freeman still doesn't hit the ball out of the ballpark, even though he probably just will at Coors, even though, like Mookie Betts still doesn't hit the ball out of the ballpark. Like, I don't know. He homered yesterday, though. So now all of a sudden he is a first-round pick because he goes to Coors today. So it is interesting. It's kind of like more name value than whatever. Like if I just had to, not Ohtani included, if I just had to pick my 2 favorite picks to click today from the Dodgers, like it's Teo and Pages.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I throw Will Smith in there too. I just love Will Smith. He just said he might have like 4 doubles today, bro. I mean, there's just no telling. But no, Pages and Teo for sure. I I like more than Mookie, but Mookie has a high ADP, and I don't like him that much more than Mookie. I'm still gonna take Mookie ahead of those guys for sure. It's so overwhelming. The Dodgers chalk. It's insanely overwhelming. Like Mickey Rojas projects better than like there's what, like 7 bats that project better than like Miguel Rojas. Like
That's crazy.
I don't
That's
know,
crazy.
man.
I haven't looked at anything projection based yet, so that's actually crazy if Miguel Rojas is popping that big. Yeah. I do just want to say that this is a 4-game series for the Dodgers, and Will Smith played all 3 of them on the weekend there. I imagine we're going to get a Will Smith like rest day or DH day or something like that. Probably not first game of the series versus a lefty, but I'm just throwing it out there that the getaway day is Thursday. If they don't want to wait for rest day for Will Smith when Kershaw's on the mound on Thursday, that, maybe we get one in the next 3 days here. We'll talk about those slates independently, but it is always something that lives rent-free in the back of my mind with Dodgers chalk on a site where we don't play with lineups for our drafting window, that there is a chance that of these next 3 games prior to Thursday will be blatantly obvious if he doesn't sit until Thursday. But like in these next 3 days, there is a chance we get no Will Smith, one of them.
No, that's very true. Hopefully not today.
Yeah, hopefully
today. Like you said, against a lefty, I feel like they'll just But yeah, like 3. He just played a full weekend slate, a whole weekend series, and now he's traveling. I definitely it's definitely riskier than I thought.
Yeah. Bottom of the order, you alluded to Rojas there. I think it'll probably be Alex Freeland as well, switch hitter that got called up to play third base when Muncy was hurt there, and is probably going to play third base yet again here in the same scenario kind of thing. So I do think like Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, Smith, Teo, and Pages are like the safest of the bunch. We think Alex Call because they're probably going to mix in. He carries a ton of pinch hit risk, but they're probably not going to play like Conforto lefty or something like that, right? So yeah, we'll see how this one breaks over the course of the week, because we're going to be having this conversation with Dodgers chalk that which bats are going to be the ones to be in there, etc. But rushing will probably get an opportunity. It won't be today. Conforto will get an opportunity. It won't be today. But as you guys can see with all these out tags, with no Kim, Muncy, Edman, and Enrique, aka Kike Hernandez, we're gonna see once upon a time Diamondbacks legend Buddy Kennedy, who won me a slate 4 years ago. Shout out Buddy Kennedy. There, we're gonna get like mixing in like these types over the next 3 days.
Yeah, and they'll be interesting if they're going to go undrafted in Colorado for sure.
Yeah. Okay, Nez, that was kind of like the Dodgers breakdown. That was the pitching breakdown. I can also shed light on our friend Cardi here just to see if he's in agreement with us. Give me 1 second. He is not. And he's a little bit in agreement with one of our things. Okay. He has Spencer Strider as SP1 and separating quite significantly.
Well, of course he does.
Yeah.
I mean,
the historicals.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone put blinders up to context more. I love it. I respect it so much.
So Strider is SP1 for him. Nasty Nestor Cortez is next. So agreeing with our priors of wanting to scroll a little bit. Then Yamamoto, Singer, Ray, Gavin Williams. So he's still really down on Trevor Rogers and Dustin May, and still really high on Spencer Strider. So he is greatly weighting the historicals there.
I love it. I love it. I mean, just could have told you that. Could have told you that.
Could have told you without looking. The other one that I'm seeing a TBD in some places, and I'm seeing Zach Gallen in other places. I would have a little bit of interest. I mean, the Guardians at the top of the order with all those lefties, and they don't strike out a ton. Zach Gallen isn't the same pitcher that he was, a couple years ago, but he has had some length in recent starts. He has gone north of 5 innings in every start dating back to, he's gone north of 5 innings in every single start. That's crazy. Okay. So nice. If we're looking for some floor points at the back end of drafts that are free, as soon as we have confirmation that Zach Gallen is the starter, he's definitely worth mixing in today.
100%. Against the Guardians at that park, it's nice.
Yeah. He hasn't got shelled in a while either. It's been 3 or 4 starts, 5 starts. And then he gave up 6 to Houston and 6 to the Angels in that bad stretch there. Yeah. I'm going to take a look at the strikeout rate real quick here. And
I don't remember it being good.
Yeah. I don't feel like it should be, but yeah. Nez, while I look this up here and just kind of maybe give a macro with that stuff, just thoughts on favorite stacks relative to ADP here, not Coors. You said White Sox before?
I did say White Sox. Very interested in the White Sox today. Another spot I was going to was Padres with the big 3 right-handed bats there with Machado, Tatis, and Laureano. I like the Royals today with Witt, Vinny P, and Yastrzemski. You can throw in the Rockies by all means. Go ahead.
Yep.
Why not? It's Coors, man. No one ever takes them in Coors.
Yeah.
And then
it's one thing on the Rockies is I think my second favorite hitter on the Rockies is number 7 on their own depth chart here in terms of ADP with Mickey Moniak.
Yeah, given that they're facing a righty today, I think it makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then, after that, man, I don't have those are for sure my favorites.
Yep.
And then just because it's Fenway, I'll probably sprinkle in a little bit of both sides of that game.
Yeah. Yeah, their run totals and the weather leave a little bit to be desired with it only being 66 degrees and that sort of thing. But yeah, I don't mind like a Jordan Westberg with the monster there. I don't mind, Trevor Story, a traditional lefty killer with the monster there. I actually just want to make sure Trevor Story's good after the weekend. Yeah, we're good. Okay. I just saw some nugget about Krabs crying or something like that. So I thought it was something serious for Story, but it wasn't. It must have just been facetious. I'm not as tapped in watching every single moment of Red Sox baseball, so it's kind of hard to keep up when I see a tweet from him.
That's always something with these Red Sox fans, man. I swear they're seriously they're either oh yeah, we're back, or they're just nobody has it worse than us, man. How come we're so unfavored in baseball? Shut the fuck up, bro.
they make good content about it. They
not
love
them,
it.
But the Red Sox fans, man.
Yeah. All right, Nez. I think that was a pretty good synopsis. I think we can go ahead and draft it and make some pick'ems here. I'm gonna hop in right now. My second Moonshot Monday of the day. Glad we got no location error there. I was actually worried for a second. All the drafting I did over the weekend was on my phone, so I actually hadn't clicked one since our last show. On Friday, I knew there was a little bit of a hiccup with the Chrome stuff, so it looks good now. Though perfect.
That was risky of you.
Yeah, it was. Strikeout rate stuff on the slate. Yamamoto has the highest at a 28.3, then Strider at a 26.9, Robbie Ray at a 25.3. Thereafter, Gavin Williams 23.5, Trevor Rogers 22.9, Brady Singer 22.3, Dustin May 22. Nasty Nestor in that same range, 21.5. Gallen with a 21.1. So not that far off. Obviously, the sample size is considerably bigger than Cortez and Dustin May, but yeah, just interesting. He's kind of in that same little range there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think either way, man, I'm just gonna I'll probably have a ton of Nestor, but ultimately I think I'm gonna try to cap the Nestor that I do have at like 30%.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough though, man, because he's just there every time.
Yeah, he is. Nez, we have the Yamamoto decision. We could pull up Teoscar if we like the handedness. Obviously, a lefty killer there. We could do some red stuff. What do you like?
Let's do Teo.
Let's do Teo.
Yeah, I think if we do Teo and then we just go like right for Pages. Like we do what you said. Like you like those two righties. Let's just do it like that. And then we move on from there. And we just like, maybe we throw on a late Miggy Rojas or something. But like we just kind of leave it at that. And we don't. It may be better if we actually just leave it at Teo and Pages. Because I think if people are doing Teo and Pages, they probably have at least one more Dodger on there. So, just kind of call the shot.
2 questions for you. We saw, resounding Arizona chalk where they scored 8 runs on the Friday night slate and they didn't matter at all there. And then, so the evergreen question, is there merit in like the spot being so much different for the Dodgers than it is for a team like the D-backs that we have to play pieces of this chalk no matter what? Are you fine playing one-offs? Because we can't do what they do on Redacted where it just goes, yeah, sure, there's a lot of salary here, but we can punt pitcher and we can punt whatever. In our lineups, like we can't do that because we can't put Betts and Freeman together. We can't put Ohtani and Betts together. So is there credence in just like full fading it because you can't put it together and stack it that you're just like, okay, well, I'll just fade it then? Or does this style chalk play differently than on other slates?
No, I mean, like if you're trying to win this slate, you can't just full fade them.
Okay.
You can't full fade them. You have to have some. You have to have some exposure to the Dodgers in your teams. It's just like it's very bad process to full fade the Dodgers today. Okay. I'm not saying you have to chase it, but
Will Smith or Pages because one of them ain't coming back.
I know. I was gonna say Pages.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm kind of spooked that Will Smith just played 3 straight games, hard divisional ball, and is traveling to elevation.
Yeah, I think they're gonna find a rest day for him. I hope it's not today, but I am a little spooked as well, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could also look. Let me do the deep dive for the people so they don't have to do it. Let me see which days he caught and which days he DH'd since then.
Yeah, well, because Ohtani isn't getting days off.
Right.
We are out, though.
Oh, shit. Yeah, like, did he happen to mix in a DH day? Like when Ohtani pitched or something?
Bobby Witt just, like, it's just...
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We can set up that
we'll scroll. We'll
KC.
scroll after, I promise.
No, we could set up that nice KC start.
It's low end enough, yeah.
Yeah, because like that's the thing with Ohtani over the last 2 years there, and like something we talked about in Dinger season, where like I didn't love Will Smith despite him performing in such a good way this year. It was just like, man, you literally can't. He's going to sit once a week no matter what, and we're basically making the concession that Will Smith's 500 plate appearances this season is better than somebody else's 680. Like. Mm-hmm. Like he was going right beside like Wilson Contreras after we found out Wilson Contreras was going to be playing first base, or he was going right beside, Soderstrom or someone like this who could be like a breakout power guy that could play every single day no matter what. And it was kind of like, are we sure this guy is 150 less plate appearances better on a per plate appearance basis, right? Like it was just like,
yeah, no, it was definitely, yeah, it was a bad pick, which sucked. Like, cause like I like Will Smith a lot, but it just like didn't make sense in our format. Like,
right.
he has to, like, he doesn't play. Like, he just doesn't. He's like guaranteed to rest in a week, in a scoring week. Like, that's just like, it's a lot to sacrifice, for as expensive as he was. If he was a 20th round pick, 18th round pick, or whatever, like, sure, take the shot, but he wasn't.
Yeah. I kind of made the same thesis about Cal Raleigh and was flat fucking wrong, though. A, about how talented he was, and B, about him basically having an absolute stranglehold on the DH even days he didn't catch. And maybe that should have been like more of a hashtag follow the money spot.
Yeah, I mean, who had 50 home runs for Cal Raleigh this season? Like this is crazy.
Yeah. Especially in that park, man. So crazy. Nez, we could address the pitcher slot here. We could keep going with some KC stuff. A lot of talent on this slate. We could also do the Alex Call scroll. I actually prefer Call to Yastrzemski in like a pretty decent way, even though Yastrzemski will be leading off. What do you like?
Let's do Call. I think this will be a pretty unique way to stack Dodgers.
Okay, now do you want to land this plane by stacking up Witt? Or do you want to land this plane with another one-off of a contrarian variety? We could do the Vinny P here. What do you like?
I think I like Vinny P, but you got my guy Colson there. Colson's a fun one-off. I think I prefer Vinny P, but if you want to go Montgomery and really shoot the moon, why not?
Yeah, I mean, the combo could be replicated by doing the Vinny P thing. Probably not. But, maybe once we showcase it on stream, potentially. But, yeah, no, I think we could do Vinny P, just stack it up here. Had a couple nice games in that Washington series. Gets a little handedness advantage in this one. Maybe he takes Jack Leiter deep this evening.
He might.
Yeah.
He might. And I would venture to say I think he does. It's just like he's so low drafted that does it even matter that like of the 30% Vinny P teams that exist, 99% of them are with Bobby Witt? Like, I don't think that's anything we care about, right?
Right.
It's just a thing.
Yeah. Just bringing some context to things happening in baseball right now, looking back at this Dodgers.
Let me know if you can hear this stuff in my house, by the way.
No, you're good right now.
Okay, cool.
Using the Dodgers' most recent series as an example, Alex Call pinch hit for Conforto last night, so they're really just playing handedness with those two. Buddy Kennedy started at third, and Freeland started at second, but then was pinch hit for by Miguel Rojas later in the ballgame. So they clearly like Miguel Rojas in spots better than Freeland, despite it not being like a handedness conversation because Freeland's a switch hitter. Buddy Kennedy started at third. I think there's a non-zero chance he just runs it back and starts at third, but he still doesn't have a base hit this season. Actually, am I seeing that right? Oh, he's got one base hit. He did get a base hit at some point.
Nice.
Yeah, awesome.
Good for him.
He got one base hit this season. He's got one double this season, 2 walks. He's been with the team for 7 games now.
Okay. We'll give him some time.
Yeah.
So hard on him. What a small sample.
Yeah, so he could definitely start at third today, and he's not getting drafted. And Freeland kind of is getting drafted. Yeah, and then they got this kid because they just have an abundance of roster spots now. They have Justin Dean, who I think might get a start. Are we Cortez here?
I am. Yeah.
Okay. Justin Dean is literally Dave Roberts reliving his previous life as like a base steal only guy. He is he's like Gore. You remember Gore from the Royals era, like where he's just like small speed pinch run, like speedster. That's what he is for this team. Dean is this luxury speed only kind of guy. But given the fact that they're playing 4 at Coors, I think they're going to find a start for him at some point here, unless they make some roster decisions. So just thinking through the next little week or so, thinking out loud what lineups could look like.
I love guys like that.
Me? Oh, sorry. Yes. Yeah.
You too.
Yeah, no, I love that kind of stuff. Ooh, looks like we got a nice little 50% profit booster staring me in the face. Don't make me fuck around and find out. Nez, while you were talking up Colson Montgomery, we were talking up, attacking Strider a little bit. I did go back to the ballpark, pal, and just look at one of their park factor things. And I found this very shocking today. Obviously, Coors is playing up across the board, and that's why, Coors is popping in a big way there. But this Atlanta Park, man, this Truist Park playing up a little bit for the long ball today. A little bit of wind moving out there. And when you go and you look at the home run zone and you look at forecasting where they could potentially come from, although Coors isn't, as we've stated 1,000 fucking times on this show, it's a good run scoring environment, not the best home run hitting environment in the world. Truist Park popping a little bit for the home runs, most notably on the White Sox side there, as you said. And when you scroll the F down to some of these plays, Montgomery's up here, Sosa's up here, Tauchman's up here, might be leading off, Benintendi's up here. So very interesting if we want to go shopping in the hashtag lobbies for that one.
What do they got for our White Sox?
We could take a look here. Is it CWS or something? I always screw up.
College World Series.
Yeah. College World Series. There we go. Colson Montgomery's getting a 3. Benintendi's getting a 3. Tauchman's getting a 3-4. Kyle Teal's getting a 4.27. Got some pop from that side there. Going to be catching. Miguel Rojas, obviously not the handedness that you're looking for, but has some pop at 3.79. Brooks Baldwin at 3.97. So there's definitely some pop here at some affordable price tags. I think we just play the Colson at 3 here.
No, that's a beautiful start. That's 100% where we begin here.
You were looking about Vinny P. We could see what Vinny P is getting. Only a 2.42, but Vinny P actually a little bit higher than Yastrzemski. So there's a feather in your cap for the Yastrzemski pick in the lobbies. Dodgers are not going to be playable, but Page's at 1.99, Teo at 1.49.
That's ridiculous.
Wow. Yeah. Dodgers not going to be playable for us. Mike Trout 1.6 today.
Okay, hold on. Why is Key Hayes should never be below 6x to homer? Dude's 4.43 to homer. That makes me want to take him in the fucking draft games, bro.
Oh, all right.
He should be.
Sees any reason to click on him.
4.43. What do they know?
Bad.
What do they know? What are they hiding from us?
Windhurst, baby. I don't know what they know. Actually, I was looking for Luis Rengifo here. 4.64 for a little cheeky Luis Rengifo. He's been scorching. Wow, dude. Wow. Manny Machado 1.69. Relative to pick'em price tags, relative to ADPs right now, Manny Machado, most mispriced player on the board.
Yeah, pretty safely. That's juicy as hell.
Dude, that's wild.
Yeah. Eye-opening.
Interesting.
Eye-opening.
Braves lineup is in from Timmy Carr. Dave's saying you can get Key at a plus 900 still, so it's just here that they're hyping him.
Yeah, I don't know the translation.
Let me take a look here at Sean Burke got optioned to AAA for the White Sox, so there's going to be a pending roster move for the White Sox coming there.
RIP. Liked him a lot at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Or no, maybe it was Smith. Either way.
Yeah, we did the snip snap on the Burke versus Smith thing a couple times there. Profar continues to lead off. Austin Riley is still a little bit of a ways from coming back here. Marlins are not on our slate. Tigers are not on our slate. Phillies are not on our slate. Cards not on our slate. So the only lineup out just yet is Braves, Profar, Olsen, Baldwin hitting fourth. So if you want some Drake Baldwin, a little bit of pop there, hitting fourth with the handedness. Michael Harris has been scorching hot, hitting right behind him in the 5-hole. No Sean Murphy today are your biggest takeaways there. Nez, let's land this plane with Colson Montgomery. Who else are we liking, man? A lot of the guys that I was going to pound the table for that I thought we were going to get sneaky price tags are actually just getting really good price tags, like AKA unplayable for us.
Yeah, no, it's tough. Like, I don't feel like we usually just do like straight dingers, but do we want to maybe pivot? I think the only thing, like, I see you hovering over your guy Mickey, Mickey 3X, I think it's like, I could think about it.
I like Yamamoto today, but like, if you're going to give me Mickey Moniak at home with the handedness advantage for 3-1 right now,
pencil him in. I
might pencil that in.
Look.
Kyle Higashioka has been super hot. Hit I think his 9th home run over the weekend. Rowdy Tellez pitched this weekend. Rowdy Tellez
pitched. Oh, that's not
pitching
good.
narrative.
That's not good.
Dude, I was gonna chase like a sneaky like right-handed split spot against Waka with Langford, but he's priced up. I was gonna chase one of those Padres righties against Ray. They're priced up. Like, we are not getting any discounts out here today. So I'm kind of liking what we cooked here.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think you just gotta kind of keep it like this.
I think there's like I just saw one more that I kind of like. Okay. I'm going to apply that 50%er to this one. Max 25 for your boy. Oh, it needs to be 3. Okay, never mind. We'll do that after. I just want to do 2 home runs here. Share that one. Colson Montgomery, Mickey Moniak, 2 of the high flyers. Super Scrolls. Noah's asking if we want to cook something with Unabated there in the 5-man department.
Okay.
Take a look in a second. Here. I kind of like this Michael Harris number, but maybe that's just because I got blinders on because he's been hot yet recently. Dude, this Drake Baldwin hitting good. 4th. That's what I was staring at. Dude, why don't we just do that and then we add like Talkman, Benintendi, or Teal? Who do you like?
Talkman.
Talkman's your favorite there? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a sneaky home run spot today for the White Sox. Oh, now I got to run it twice.
You hit reuse?
Yeah.
Classic.
Duplicate entry. Wait 30 seconds, please.
Hold on. I got you.
Okay, Nez is going to share that one in the chat for everybody as I jump on over to the beautiful Unabated interface here. Take a little look-sees at what the Cardi projections are cooking up. We did take a look at Cardi for we took a look at Cardi's projections there for the pitcher stuff. I didn't take a look for the stack stuff, so maybe I'll do that in the meantime here as well. Just before we do that, permission to show Cardi's stacks. He has the Dodgers lapping the field. This is redacted scoring, but he attributes the 51-point threshold to the Dodgers. I think it's noteworthy to just say that on Friday's show, when Arizona was playing at Colorado and everybody was chasing Arizona chalk and playing playing up, the Jake McCarthy's of the world who was hitting fifth. Shout out to me, even though it didn't matter. But yeah, it was people forget. People forget, Nez. What do they forget about Jake McCarthy? What do they forget?
What do they forget? Actually,
they forget that he was in front of Saquon Barkley on the.
Oh, that's right. How could I forget?
He was. Yes, we were.
That's real. That is a real thing.
Yes. Anyways, so take it with a grain of salt. Obviously there's the historicals baked in here, and he's down on Yamamoto in general, which means he's up on the Rockies, and the Rockies are his second favorite 5-man stack on the redacted site right now. So yeah, I mean, there's a discrepancy in the score, and what I was trying to get at with the Dodgers versus Diamondbacks stuff is Dodgers chalk at Coors 7+ run total, 51 projected redacted points here. The Arizona stuff on Friday was like a 6.3 implied run total and only like a 46 in terms of fantasy points. So that's why Dodgers chalk is hitting even harder, even though their ADPs are the exact same as the D-backs were from the other day.
Okay.
Rockies are second. Royals are third. Baltimore is fourth. So really baking in the historicals and high variance of Dustin May. Their Reds are next up after that, then the Braves. But these are all literally after Dodgers. Everything is separated by like 2 fantasy points all the way down to the Angels. Like,
I mean, it checks out, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of how it feels.
And no surprise here that he does not like our White Sox take, because the projection in which he has on Spencer Strider, right?
Yeah.
Going to also look just in general for the standard projection here. It was updated 37 seconds ago. My guy's working hard right now. The top hitters on the slate are literally all Dodgers. The first 4 hitters are Dodgers, then Freeman, Acuna, Witt. He's always got a high projection on Witt. Ellie's mixed in there. Gunnar Henderson, kind of evergreen, but he's up here as well. Padres up here. Yeah, it is a lot of Dodgers, but 2 that really stood out to me right here, Nez, Seager and Langford right there. So just digging a little bit of that Rangers stuff that are low drafted skinny stack.
Yeah, that's not something that like I said, whenever we talked about them, that's not something that I had my third eye open to at all.
No. Congratulations, everyone. We have just moved the market on redacted. Drake Baldwin is down to 273 from the 3 that we got him up, and Mike Talkman is down again below 329, or 319. So we done scooped some CLV on the site there.
Love it. And that's in the pick'ems, right? That was for the pick'ems.
That was for the pick'ems there. All right, Nez, I'm going to bring up here. I will take stolen bases and take stolen bases and home runs out here. Trevor Rogers lower on the pitcher strikeouts. Nolan Shanwell higher on the walks.
That top 3 looks nice.
Yeah, Arrighetti not on our main slate, but we can go ahead and add that one in. Let's do a little 3-man with that, dude. Let's do. Why don't you cook it up? Or nah, here I'll cook it up here.
Okay.
Low. Can you just read the screen to me and I'll navigate the pick'em lobby?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right. What are the plays?
Spencer Arrighetti, lower strikeouts.
Spencer Arrighetti, lower on the 5.5 strikeouts.
Nolan Shanwell, higher walks.
Nolan Shanwell, higher on the walks. Dude loves to just get on base. Oh, that one's got a little bit of a multiplier. That's why it's popping.
Yeah, it's not bad though. I mean,
Yep.
1.3, that's okay. Trevor Rogers, lower strikeouts.
That one's got a multiplier in the other direction. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's just run it as a 3 then.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and apply that 50% profit boost to that one there. If you guys have that one on the little Christmas gift box there, go ahead and take advantage. Here are your Cardi times unabated sanctioned decision makings for the start here. Oh.
Nice.
Was Jake McCarthy a senior and Saquon Barkley a 6th grader?
I know.
Potentially. Potentially.
Like it blows my mind.
Okay, let's actually okay, we'll look that up as we hop in a draft here. Nez, I know you got some hard outs today, but I will navigate the plane here in the draft lobbies. I was going to ask you what you wanted to draft, but seeing as though I'm going to have to draft the majority of it, I'm going to go ahead and just hop us in BBM here. I almost pivoted though. One more spot in the BBM. I almost pivoted and said Great Dane too, just to see if we could fill one. But then once we already filled this lobby, I felt bad.
It's all right. It's okay. You got the dream draft spot. I can at least watch you draft a great pick here.
Yeah, you like the 104 right now? Is that your spot? What do you like?
104 is sick. Yeah, love it.
Yeah,
no problem. 104 is probably like one of my favorites.
Yeah. I think if you were like gun to your head, like John, you only get one draft slot for the rest of the summer, I think I'd pick 103. Maybe 102, but I think I'd take 103. Just because CeeDee Lamb's there more frequently than 104.
Okay. I've been kind of like changing up a lot of the stuff that I usually do in drafts, by the way, in the first round.
I done been seeing. Why don't you tell the people what you've been experimenting with that you were showing with me structurally?
Well, I mean, it wasn't that crazy. I was doing some 0 RB stuff, particularly at pick 8. Like, I was really off Amon-Ra for a while. I started to take Amon-Ra at 8 over Nico, over Neighbors, over Puka. Wow, that's beautiful.
I believe in love. I believe in life. I believe in everything. We get CeeDee Lamb at 4.
That I think that just saved John's life. So what I was saying, if I can remember, 0 RB, but I will say I'm glad to see Stafford back at practice.
Mm-hmm.
Probably put Puka up to 108.
Ooh, okay, yeah. I put Puka on the cover. I did want to have the conversation with you. Yeah, now's a great time to do so. Yeah, we've had this conversation 15 different ways where we were like, hey, are people just going to be like, yeah, idiot, why were you drafting a 37-year-old quarterback or the weapons associated with him with a broken back? Or were they going to be like, yeah, duh, they're just going to hold him out. He's had chronic back issues his entire career and always played through them. It does look more of the latter now than the former. I did Basketball Mania today with Pete's stream. I took Stafford in round 17 in that one and just tacked him on to a falling Devontae Adams team there. So yeah, I mean, I'm not getting like crazy and like out over my skis and being like, now I have to get all the Puka, now I have to get all the Adams. I'm just very content that like, okay, that's reassuring that their price tags are appropriate now.
Mm-hmm. I feel you. What is CeeDee Lamb? What injury? I think
we got an. Do we have a fake practice injury situation here? What are we dealing with? Go Cards, fill me in. Explain it in the chat.
Go Cards. The only thing Go Cards has done the last 2 weeks is troll us. So there's nothing here.
Oh my goodness. Wow, Tyreek Hill going all the way. He's a guy that is getting fudded to the 3rd round, and he goes at 16. There, HN with the soft tissue something is falling to 15 in this draft. People are really scared of the Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer splits all of a sudden, and he's falling. Those are kind of the nuggets from the weekend there. I'll keep thinking through some more as we go.
Ooh, that Lamb fall would have been crazy.
Bowers goes there, and we kind of have the decision here that we like when we do get the Lamb. Chase Brown has vaulted Jonathan Taylor, Bucky Irving. I'm fine with any of those three. Honestly, preferably not Taylor. Who would you like?
Do Chase Brown.
All right. Yeah, I say preferably not Taylor simply because I've done the Taylor Lamb thing like a decent majority of the time.
Mm-hmm. No Jacobs for you?
I like it when he comes back. I don't force it all that often.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm fine with Jacobs. I do think they're going to throw a lot more this season. I guess it's kind of a good thing that Lloyd proves to continue to just be Lloyd over the weekend. So
yeah,
there's that. Yeah, that's a little bit of a win, I guess. Hoping one of these guys takes elite quarterback. Perfect. That's what I was hoping for. And now we get one of either T or McBride. Seems like a little bit of a tier break to me. I think pairing T with Chase here would be my move. I'd hear you out if you want to pull up Kyron.
No. This is T Higgins for sure.
Yeah. I mean, these are, honest to God, these are my favorite starts when you can get some combination of wide receiver and running back in the first round there from the left side of the board. And whether it's Brown here, Bucky here, JT or Jacobs, and then someone jumps the shark on elite quarterback in these first couple picks, and you get either Trey McBride or T Higgins coming back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, this starts sick. Bye weeks be damned. You're gonna survive. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah. Bye weeks, bros, be damned. We'll be fine out here. Sun God's underpriced because people are bored. That's definitely a fair take. People just think the Sun God was like the least sexy of that tier. And also, if you were using like the ETR rankings all summer, they had the Sun God kind of over that tier. So you would have just been clicking him ad nauseum. So I think people, they just really want to mix and match on the back side there. There also is a little bit of FUD with like schematic changes now that the Ben Johnson era is done, but obviously same tree, internal hire, etc.
Yeah. Yep. I have no worries personally, but yeah, now that Stafford is back, I think it's Puka over Amon-Ra, but like I think it's close, man. I think it's pretty damn close.
I've been workshopping a couple takes here, Nez, and one of my 101s so far this offseason is like when the entirety of the field, because now everyone is so tapped in, zigs at 100% frequency, you should always zag, regardless of what it is. So like, last week it's Keenan and Judkins and Rice. This week it's Hendo and Stafford and whatever. Like, I think it's just like, okay, just flip it. Like JCM and stuff. Like, yeah. Anyways, let's make this pick here. We got that Hendo decision. We got Pickens. What do you like?
Pickens or Hendo?
Let's do it. Let's do the Hendo thing. I did build a Naked Hurts team. I poo-pooed on the idea in our 200 the other day, but I did take him this morning because he fell to the 5th, and I had a very similar start to this, and I was just like, all right, I'll put him on. But yeah.
Yeah, man. Hurts is a great pick. Naked. One of the best picks you can make without a stack partner.
We might have a chance here if he doesn't go there because the other two guys on our left have already selected quarterbacks. So if he doesn't go alongside this Ridley drafter, we could definitely get it here.
Really good chance.
Yeah. Noah's asking for unabated WNBA. I think there's no WNBA today. Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Yeah. They got one tomorrow. So that'll probably be a paywall thing.
Yeah. We'll cook that up on the paywall stream tomorrow. There. Hurts, you love it, let it go. Hurts comes back. Should we do the Naked Hurts and figure it out?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me, bro.
Yeah.
Getting
for sure.
Jalen Hurts, a perennial 320 fantasy points at pick 52, feels a hell of a lot better than taking Lamar Jackson at 22, Josh Allen at 26, or Jaden Daniels at 36.
Exactly. And you can always get Goddard for cheap late. John, I do have to bounce. The bell tolls for me. So I trust you. I think you can do this. I think.
We'll see.
I think you can do this.
We shall see.
Good luck, everybody.
All right, peace, bro. Yeah, Jalen Hurts at pick 52. Are we in May? This is what happens out here. Nobody runs better. Nobody runs better. Finally got a nice start out of Blake. Wow. Lucky me. Now the question is, guys, if Joe Burrow comes all the way back because we have the Chase Brown plus T, do we take Joe Burrow too? Do we take Joe Burrow and jump the shark on the Chase drafter? I don't know. I haven't done it yet. I haven't done anything like this before. I'd be into it. Yeah, guys, lots of fun stuff took place over the weekend. Obviously, some reaction, some overreaction. I really liked the summary here at Fantasy Life. I'm going to go ahead and drop that in the chat for you guys there. Yeah, shout out to Wayne McFarland there who posted that one, getting me all caught up on the stuff from the weekend. I did mix in watching some ball there. I did watch some of the games that were on NFL Network. I watched some of the highlights as well. Not trying to read into 100 things all at once kind of deal, but I do want to share some cautionary tales. And one of these cautionary tales surrounding, JCM right now. Corey Crosby Merritt. Is that how you say his name? Yeah, I mean, we're talking about a dude who played 5 years in college with a weird redshirt year, who had a massive New Mexico year season when they had the kid playing quarterback who went to Vanderbilt after and was part of one of those upset games at Vanderbilt last year. Damn, Joe Burrow goes there. We're not even going to have the decision. I wanted the decision. And there's a whole bunch of John is so ready to crash the plane. Yeah, and he's getting steamed. He's getting steamed up boards in a huge way right now. Okay, guys, let's see here. Chris Olave participated, played 100% of the routes. He comes all the way back to us. Golden is gone. Ibuka is gone. I think we just take Olave here. I am kind of like a little bit of an Olave bull. The concussion stuff is scary, but we already got 2 running backs. One of these running backs at the bottom side will probably come back to us. I think we take from this professional ass wide receiver tier, because there's a couple pockets on the draft board where there's just no wide receivers anyone wants to take. And it's basically from this Godwin, Josh Downs era all the way through to Shaheed. I would click, even though, we took Olave in this draft, but there's basically this through to Luther Burden tier where nobody likes quicking wide receiver right now. So getting 2 right now and then pulling up some of the running back profiles that we actually like feels good. But if we get one of these running back fallers here because all the wide receivers go, I'm fine with it as well. Gonna keep our third eye open for some Goddard stuff. Yeah. Okay, so we could take Swift here. I don't usually take a ton of Swift, but I do think the drop off is pretty stark at the wide receiver stuff, especially when you see our next couple picks. So let's go ahead and take Jerry Jeudy here. Also a guy we don't take a ton of, but I'm fine with it. He's got the do-rag on in the photo, so it is plus 2.5 ADP spots. Yeah, look at this whole piss on the left side of the board here. And then now you're going to see a whole bunch of stuff going. Okay, let's see here. Ibuka getting steamed up, Golden getting steamed up, Ricky Pearsall getting steamed up over Devonta Smith, something I wouldn't do. Pollard's getting the big steam. He's up to 60 now. I'm fine with that. Okay, let's talk about the JCM stuff. So JCM's ADP, where are we at now on JCM? There's all this FUD about, Brian Robinson. His ADP is 167 now. Could he be RB1 in a good offense where he splits goal line carries with Robinson and Daniels? Like, what is that worth? What's that role worth? So he's like a 2-down. He's a 2-down back. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. I'm just thinking out loud. He's had one good year in his life in college. He was in college for 5 because of the weird redshirt year. Like, they obviously like him and they're quite bullish on him, but he's still a 7th round draft pick guy. B-Rob's falling like a rock to 99. People think Brian Robinson's gone. Wow. I don't know, man. This is weird. It's such a weird situation. What's the latest on like Brian Robinson stuff here? If we just look up like top stories. We're back on the clock. Robinson's here. I'm fine with taking Tracy. I'm fine with taking Cooper Kupp. I think we probably want running back here. I think Tracy as like an early season starter feels good. Mixon is a big, like, what do you win if you win guy, but it does seem kind of murky that he's not a lock for week 1 in the most recent reports here, right? Nick Chubb looked good in the preseason. Granted, it's the preseason. Granted, it's Nick Chubb. Like, I don't know. I kind of want to get some back end Nick Chubb in my life. But anyways, my last like overarching thought, and this is independent of the player, independent of the profile, independent of this exact situation, is we do this song and dance every single year, and then people get densely exploitative on their like scroll the F down 0 RB build player in the last round. Audric Estime last year. Marshawn Lloyd last year and this year. Like we do this exercise because of like a little nugget here and there. Now this one could be way stronger. This could be way, way stronger if we do end up with, a trade or something like that. And he is kind of like the future, not a lot of wear on the tires because he wasn't a huge volume guy in college kind of thing. There's a lot of moving pieces to this, but we do this song and dance a lot. Kelsey feels good here. Mixon feels fine. Like if you just want to take a contingent shot. Cooper Kupp feels good. Let's take Dak. All those words to just be like, let's just stack Dak with CD and we'll figure the rest out. We make the CD round 1 bet. We can be done at quarterback with Hurts and Dak. I'm kind of leaving the light on here for both Goddard and Will Shipley to be on this team. Did the playing out loud. That's what I'm about. Just take the Houston pass game solved. Yeah. Why not, right? Got B-Rob at 106 and Mixon at 103. Where's a landing spot for Brian Robinson that would have his value shift up? Where's a landing spot for him? Oh, okay. Here we go. So here's some stuff going on the Twitterverse. So what's Hayden saying? 7th rounder who didn't play as a senior or get involved in the combine, had that weird red shirt, transferred to New Mexico, rendering Brian Robinson a trade block before the Commanders' second preseason game is a wild turn of events. Yeah, it is wild. That's wild for sure. Fully agree. Is no longer. He's not officially playing tonight. Okay. Let's see what else we can find. Man, please don't become a Dolphin. That'd be gross. Okay, here's like an official ESPN story. All right, we got to tap into that in a second. B-Rob to the Jags. Oh my God, that would be so gross. Judkins, Loveland. I think Loveland feels good here. Getting a discount on Loveland falling. He's not a guy you technically ever get a discount on. I'm good making the Loveland bet. I'm still fine taking 3 tight ends on this team, even though we make the Loveland bet at the discount, because I do want, in particular, Goddard. I could also say I want Ferg. We could push it 135 and 139. Our next pick would be 141 if one of them comes back to us. So we just push it opposed to like pulling it up here. But let's see if there's anything we like instead. Tank Bigsby mixed in with the ones. Wow. There's the new Braylon Allen price tag. Is Blue still here? Blue's here. We could do the Blue Dallas stack as well, but you probably don't want to do Blue over Scatabo. Let's mount up. Oh, fuck. We got Tracy. Let's take Bigsby. The Scataboys were going to mount up, but we already got JC. B-Rob to Cleveland. Judkins gets suspended. Bears would be gross. Yeah, Bears would be so gross. Like if he comes in and plays like the Jamal Williams role for the Bears. Although I did see a really good tweet today. I don't remember who it was. If it was Ian or if it was JJ. It was one of the two, I think. And there was like not every team needs to fill the previous role. I think it was a JJ tweet. And it was like not every team needs to fill the previous coordinator's role on a team. Like it was pretty good. B-Rob to the Chargers and Najee goes on IR. Holy. That'd be something. Dallas, but don't want it to happen in division. Could you imagine he goes to Dallas and all the week 17 correlation that people were baking in just goes to one side? That'd be pretty funny. That'd be pretty funny run out for our games. All right. As you guys can see, we're raw dogging it today. No assistant. No sidekick. We're just out here clapping. See how we end up. See if we land this plane intelligently. Damn, Ferg goes there. There's only one player in the world that we don't want this guy to take. There's only one player in the world. There we go. We get Dallas Goedert to come back. This guy has 2 tight ends, 1-1. I don't think there's any reason to push it. It's kind of like the only pass catching stack option left for the Eagles. I mean, we could definitely put Will Shipley on this team. I did hear something really intelligent. I can't remember who said it. I've been consuming so much content recently, but I did find it very intelligent. Maybe it was one of the ETR streams. I thought it was really sharp that if someone said putting Shipley on your teams with Hurts makes so much sense because it's a double down bet on Saquon. And if Saquon gets hurt, then now you're mixing in like the pass catching floor of Shipley with it. I think it makes equally as much sense on a team like this where we have made the bet of Lamb over Saquon and we have Hurts plus Goddard and none of the other pass catchers. So that's fun. I think that'd be a fun addition here. There we go. JCM goes at 133 there. So let's have the conversation. Like, this is going to be blue for me. I'm fine letting Spears fall. This is an area of the draft board where I prefer like quarterback, tight end, and running back opposed to the wide receiver options. And then we can throw some darts late. Let's go ahead and put blue. on this team. That feels good. 133 is a bit too steep. Take John Mechie. Woo. Woo. Okay. Houston seems logical. If Mixon's done. The people really want me to take good Canadian kid, John Mechie. I believe John Mechie, Ontario kid, but originally born with Taiwanese descent or maybe Thailand, something like that. He's got like some Asian in him, I think. John Mechie was like, he's Canadian, but he was, born in Taiwan. Born in Taiwan. There. Yeah. Your boy knows a little ball out here. But he's Canadian. He's a Canadian citizen. Yeah. 133. I don't know. Okay, so if JCM Brian Robinson gets traded this afternoon, okay? And we can pull up the full our lads depth chart of Washington here. And we can come up with a good ADP. Like Eckler's probably going to be a riser, right? They still got Jeremy McNichols on the team. They still have Chris Rodriguez on the team. Shit, we're on the clock. Eckler goes right in front of us. Thornton feels okay. Chig for a third tight end feels good. Let's take Chubb. Let's do it. 6 running backs. We're done. We're done. I need some more Nick Chubb in my life. If he is, we're only taking 2 quarterbacks. I need some Nick Chubb in my life. If he is, in fact, RB1 here. Was it necessary on this roster? Probably not. But Chig continues to rise there. We're only doing 2 quarterbacks. And we are going scrolling for all the remaining wide receivers. This is going to be a 2-6-8-2 now. Chubb was a better pick than another tight end, I think. This team really needs CeeDee Lamb, T. Higgins to ball out. Fuck, I forgot about Shipley. Damn it. I'm talking too much. McMillions had the concussion over the weekend. Pat Bryant had an encouraging preseason game. De'Ami Brown's getting some buzz right now. Let's take De'Ami. We already got the Tank Bigsby bet right now. Let's take De'Ami. Let's go scrolling for some wide receivers that we like. I do think I've hit a portion of the draft window, and Nez and I were having this conversation yesterday. Ooh, B-Rob to Kansas City, and they drop Hunt. He'd be so much better in the Hunt role, right? That's a good one. Okay, Nez and I were having this conversation, and Nez has been doing a lot of zero RB stuff. He's been sending me 7 running back teams and stuff like this. I do think there's a push-pull right now. With the amount of information we get, we feel more confident in the running back picks right now. We feel way more confident that we think we know about the running backs right now at the back end of draft boards. So we feel better about punting running back early because we have enjoyable names to click that we saw look good in the preseason, or we think are working in with the with the first team. We have newfound targets to get overconfident about. Whereas on the wide receiver end of the spectrum, we don't see a whole lot because the volume is significantly less. They're not getting fed the ball every single series. They're playing with second and third string quarterbacks, like this sort of thing, right? So we, in this draft window, we get overconfident in our evaluation of the back end running backs when in actual fact, they're just largely a bunch of fucking zeros. Now we could hit a home run with like JCM, right? Like we could hit a home run with Woody Marks if Mixon goes on IR or something like this. But I'm just kind of like the macro lay of the land here. I'm just gonna click dudes I like now. Let's take Coker. We're shooting the moon out here. We're shooting the moon. We're only drafting wide receivers the rest of the way. I think Tesla could be on this team with his athletic score and what he's done in the preseason. I think maybe the pendulum swung a bit far on the Jack Besh versus Thornton stuff, but I think Thornton is probably the better click right now. I was about to say we could take the good medicine hat boy, Io Manor. Can't take him anymore. Yeah, there's another one like Ollie Gordon. Ollie Gordon's steaming up right now because Jalen Wright has looked putrid. He's looked better. And the soft tissue injury to HN. I kind of regret. No, I don't regret it. I was about to say I kind of regret the Nick Chubb pick when we have Rico here. But I don't. I don't regret anything. I don't regret anything. Pat Bryant had an okay preseason game. Let's take Tesla. Let's fuck around, find out. Everybody wants him to be the next Puka. He's got this 80s ass haircut. Look at this. Can we get a zoom on this thing? How far can we zoom? Can we get like a 200 zoom here? Oh, mobile version only. Okay. This is as far as we could possibly zoom. Let's get a look at this guy. Look at this 1980s doing aerobics music videos haircut. Look at this thing. The bandana, the Jerry curls, the big fuzz in the back, the big frillies. I want to see what this guy can do. I want to see what this guy can do. You kidding me? I want that salad on this team. I want a guy supporting that kind of lettuce. Let's get it. Let's get it. Guys, do me a favor. Hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, all that stuff. We're going to have some more football tomorrow with Pete Overzet on Off and On the Clock. So we're going to fire that one up. I think we're probably going to do the big eliminator tomorrow. Little tease there. I think we're going to do big eliminator. Yeah. And then I will do a solo stream thereafter and do, yeah, what am I going to do? Baseball. We're going to have another Coors slate and maybe a little WNBA. We'll see. Definitely do some pick'ems and some projection, a peek at the projections from Unabated for everybody. But yeah, go ahead and do that one. Yeah, this is the comp, right? Everybody wants to make the Puka comp, the way he wins, the touchdowns he scored, the athletic score. I think the most encouraging thing about all of this, and I think it was JGFC who tweeted it out, is Dan Campbell, after they drafted him, being like, he's going to have a role right away. I think that was the most encouraging thing. For all the other stuff and the eye test and the things we've seen in the preseason, I think the most encouraging thing was his coach immediately after drafting him being like, this guy's going to have a role. KLS goes there, so I'm going to KMS. So we're going to go ahead and take either Hopkins or Slayton. I think Slayton. Slayton's getting some good buzz. I mean, we keep citing the fact that he's making 3 times as much money as Keenan Allen is this season. 3 times as much money as Keenan Allen's making, and it's in guaranteed money. I think Jackson Darts looked good in the preseason if he winds up being the quarterback. I think Russ has looked good in the preseason if he winds up being the quarterback. Yeah. Are we forgetting about Tim Patrick? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of mouse feet out there. Tim Patrick, Showdown Slate legend out there. Yeah, I love me some Tesla, but Puka, like that's a tough bar. Yeah. Everyone's there. Noah wanted me to stack it up with Turpin. Yeah. That could have been fine there too. That could have been fine there. Yeah, I love taking him, but he won't be this year's Puka. Yeah. I mean, no, the most likely outcome is nobody ever again will be. Like, for real, right? Wow, Chisholm goes here. I imagine this was a Drake May team. The Drake May backstack of Keyshawn Booty and Chisholm after Chisholm has the massive preseason game. Wow, we got a Tipton sighting after he makes a couple preseason grabs. The people are tapped in right now. We got a Shadur Sanders drafting after Joe Flacco was named the starter right now. We got Crane pumping the I don't know, honking the horn and pulling the big smoke levy on the hype train for Harold Fannin again. The guy that people liked in big board season, didn't love the landing spot, and now we're back in on. A lot of fun stuff going on right now. I thought there was a good thread on the X machine here, guys, courtesy of our friends at Underdog Fantasy, featuring Hayden and Josh, or Josh and Hayden, rather. And they did a nice little breakdown of their week 2 takeaways there. So I'll share that with everybody there. We're going to talk a whole bunch more about the preseason tomorrow and rip a big a limb, do all that sort of stuff. I'm going to tie a bow on it there, call it a show with a recap of this team because I still got to record some other stuff for y'all today. So, yeah, interesting team, fun team. We get Jalen Hurts to fall to us to round 5. So we just go ahead and click it unstacked and then try and backstack it. Yeah, maybe should have left a spot on the team for Will Shipley as I was thinking about it on the fly there. But yeah, this team turns out kind of nice. We get Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, Chase Brown, Hendo, Tracy, Bigsby, who one of the notes in both Dwayne's and a note in the Josh and Hayden notes there is that, they did the series by series thing in the first game of the preseason, and everybody went crazy with ETN. And now this time, Bigsby gets a larger role in the preseason. So I don't know. And when there was so much FUD around Bigsby after that tweet with all the emoji faces and stuff, we might have got out over our skis on that one. Jaden Blue, please get healthy and be a contributing factor alongside that Dallas offense. Nick Chubb, who had a nice preseason, and the news continues to be bearish around Joe Mixon, though I still think he's like decently fine to click in that kind of like Brian Robinson thereafter with the new Brian Robinson range. Like, who would you guys rather have right now? Brian Robinson or Joe Mixon at pick 120? I don't know. Equally as much FUD and mystery, right? CeeDee Lamb, T. Higgins, Chris Olave, Jerry Jeudy, De'Ami Brown, Jalen Coker, Isaac Tesla, Darius Slayton, Loveland, and Goddard. I think I landed the plane, guys. I don't think it's the greatest team in the world. I think in the definitive question of our generation, does it suck or does it fuck? I think it fucks. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's solid. Not a ton of week 17 stuff here, but wink, wink, nudge, nudge to my truth serum video. We'll get there when we get there. But yeah, not a ton there. Got some nice stacks of the contrarian variety, like the Blue plus Lamb plus Dak, the Hurts plus only Goddard. I guess in some respects, the Jalen Hurts fall feels like a GM start, but in reality, with the context of the entirety of BBM, we just flipped Hendo and Jalen Hurts' ADPs. So, always thinking, right? Always thinking. But yeah, solid squad here. Definitely a team I'm happy about. Not one that I'm like, yo, that's the one, baby. That's the one. there. Ryan Williams is actually the next Pook I heard. Holy shit. What are we doing here? Blake is heat checking the shit out of himself right now. All right, guys. That's it. That's all she wrote. Back tomorrow. Guys, check out that Palm rake free contest. I cannot begin to state how important rake free is. The money added back to the prize pool, I haven't calculated it yet, but I venture to guess the money added back to the prize pool is north of like $10,000 for that contest, something like that. So take advantage of that rake free. That should be gone in the blink of an eye. Matthew Stafford back at practice today. Check up on all those news nuggets there. Dodgers at Coors this evening. Click on those home run pick'ems, all that fun stuff. And back tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Eastern with Pete Overzet doing a big eliminator. Nez will be back as well. And then I will do the Members Only stream right after. All right, everybody's favorite time of the show. The end. Peace. Hit that like, subscribe, notification. Please and thank you.